Hello, welcome everyone once again. So this is the third part of descriptive statistics where we will discuss some major term used in descriptive statistics. So the first term is class frequency. You can see here the term class frequency. So what is class frequency? The number of observations, you can see the number of observations corresponds to a particular class is known as the class frequency or simply frequency of that class. Okay, so here you can see that these are the example of income. So the first class is represents 10,000 to 20,000. So under these income or it lies 40%, sorry, 40%. So 40% they have the income of in between 10,000 to 20,000. So before find out the frequency, you have to draw the tally mark. So tally mark, how to draw? So whenever you will count the tallies, so the draw the line in this way: 1 2 3 and 4, and finally the number fifth line or the fifth line will be drawn as oblique line. Okay, so in this way you have to draw the tallies, and I have already discussed in the earlier video also how to find out the frequency and how to draw the tallies. Okay, so these are the actually frequency. And the second one, that is 20,000 to 30,000, the number of persons is 50. So I have left all this blank and put the question mark because these are for your practice purpose. So practice it how to draw this tally mark. Okay, so the next one is frequency density. So frequency density of a class is defined as its frequency per unit width. It expresses the concentration of frequency of a class, and it is calculated by the following formula. So this is the formula you can see here. So the formula is class frequency or simply F divided by class width or W. So we have to find out the W value. So W mean actually width. So here you can see the class range is 10 to 20, that means the width is 10. So this is actually upper limit and this is lower limit. So if you subtract this upper limit to lower limit, then you will get this width or the value 10. Okay, so 20 minus 10 equals to 10. So in this way you can find out the width of any class. After that you have to find out the frequency density. So here is the formula. You can see the formula is class frequency, that means this one. So class frequency is here actually 4. So 4 divided by 10, so 4 divided by 10 and you will get 0.40. so this is the way to find out the frequency density, and I have left on these two row. So you have to find out these two value in your practice purpose. Okay, so the next thing is class boundaries. So what is class boundaries? So these are defined as the most extreme value that would ever be included in a class. Actually these are the real class limit. Like class limit, it is also two types: upper class boundary or UCB and lower class boundary or LCB. We can convert the class limits to class boundary using this formula you can see here. So the first formula is, that means for upper class boundary, upper class limit plus d by 2, where this d represents the actually difference between lower limit of the successive class and the upper limit of the previous class. So lower limit of the successive class mean this is actually successive class. Here the lower limit is 110 and the successive class, and the upper limit of the previous class, that means upper limit is 109. So in this way you have to find out the d value. So for example I'm showing here the first one. So you can see the lower limit of the successive class is actually 100 and 110. So 110 minus 109. So 110 minus 109, you will get actually 1. So 1 divided by 2, you can see here 2, so you will get 0.5. So this 0.5 will be subtracted from this side, uh, and this value will be added on this side. Okay, so the first thing is 100. So 100 minus 0.5, you will get 99.5, and 109 plus 0.5 equals to 109.5. So in this way you can calculate the upper class boundary and the lower class boundary. So the second thing you can see here, so this is the actually upper limit of the first class, and this is the lower limit of the second class. And if you again divide minus from the bigger to smaller, you will get 1, and 1 divided by 2, that means 0.5. So this 0.5 again will be subtracted from 110 and will be added with 119, and in this way you will get 109.5 and 119.5. so this is the way how we can find out the class boundary easily. The next thing is actually class width. So class width, I have already explained this thing. So these are the class limit. So once you subtract the bigger value to the smaller value, then you will get the class width. You can see this is the upper class boundary or upper class limit, and this is the lower class limit. So once you subtract this value from here, then you will get this value, that means 0.950. okay, the next thing is class mark. Class mark is also represented by X or by M. So class mark or midpoint or mid value lying halfway between the lower and upper class limit of a class. Mid value can be expressed by the following ways. So this is the formula how we can express the class mark or the mid values. Okay, so here's the formula: 1 by 2 in bracket upper class limit plus lower class limit, again upper class limit plus lower class limit by 2. okay, so this is our upper class limit and this is our lower class limit. So once you add these two value and divide it by 2, then you will get the mid values. So here the upper limit is 200 and the lower limit is 100. So 200 plus 100, that is actually 300. So 300 divided by 2, you will get 150. okay, in this way you will get the 250 value, and the last one you can find out. okay, here you can see these are the class boundaries. So how to find out if in case it is actually class boundary cases, the procedure is same. This is upper value and this is lower value. So upper value plus lower value add and divided by 2, and you will get this value. okay, the next thing, so these are the actually exercise for your practice purpose. You can find out the class boundaries for among these values, and also find out the mid values from these questions and frequency density. okay, so I have follow these books. You can also purchase these books or follow these books. okay, thank you for watching, and thank you so much.